Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Reset. 19. I got one. Whip.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, let's go. It's time to run.
Watson now to throw. Flush to his right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out. Out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
16 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
We're set. 19. We own it. Check it.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Flushed out right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Here's Watson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Everyone got 4 down. Get 300. Get 300.
Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
And let's pin the near side.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd down at 4, Watson. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. It's complete to Diggs. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
At the 13-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try the air now with Watson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Green brings it in.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 4. Switch.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 15.
You better bring it.
3rd and long. It's Watson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Mike. 318. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get 26.
They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now Rodgers. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Cohen. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
It's caught. Smith. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, it's Cohen. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 44 yards away. And the 13-year man puts it through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. So go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Tighten up 50. No. Get up.
And that'll set them back 5. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Reset. 19. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Going to begin the drive here with Madison. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Watson on the sneak, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Stop here, D.
They go jet sweep here with Chark, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Check set. 19. 59. Mike the 59. I'm coming.
Now Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
Mike, check. 59. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards in the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half. He's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And Diggs has it. That one goes for 24 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Mattison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Dance. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Check the 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Undercrunch.
Now Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving.
Touchdown, Packers! A.J. Green, 76 yards. And the Packers get a score closer.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. On first down, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, this is Madison. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. The Vikings on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Going to run with Madison again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Watson being chased out, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another carry now for Madison. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. Unable to corral him. He fights through. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Alan Lazard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
First down.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, they're setting themselves up as a major contenders. They move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.